So of course, one of the things was WrestleMania just happened, and we were going to give our thoughts on that. This one was not without some. This WrestleMania was not without some controversy, and that very mixed reactions to the main event. Should we start? I'm really see you and I haven't talked about this yet, so I'm especially curious because I have no idea what your thoughts are on the main event, but I have some thoughts on the main event that are not in line with the general reaction that I've seen online. I actually, well, I don't know. Should I go first or do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
There have been over 40 WrestleMania main events, and that was one of them. I can use so many cliches. They all can't be bangers, but they all can't be Dave Meltzer 5-star expresses.
Right.
But this, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like
we're gonna disagree about this, and I love it because this will make for a really interesting discussion. Because I have a very
it was just oh my goodness. Look,
that is the general consensus. I do have to acknowledge.
People that know me are gonna say, Eric, you're just a Cody fanboy. You're a John Cena hater. I don't hate John Cena. He's boring. He's always been boring to me.
Really?
You've seen one John Cena match. You've seen every John Cena match.
That I kind of would agree with. Yeah.
They're very formulaic, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
They follow a thing, and if you have a really great wrestler, they can maybe squeeze out a kernel of corn out of that turd. But at the end of the day, is what it is. His heel turn recently, becoming a bad guy, brilliant, awesome. But look, it's just time to say it. He's lost not just one step, but many steps. And that match was just, it was as if it was as if a spastic kid was working on paint by numbers. You give them the instructions, you get the end result, but you look at the painting and you're like, what the hell did you do?
Okay.
I mean, it was move, stall, move, stall, move, stall, move, stall. And it was just like, this is the main event. This is how we're going to begin a historic 17th world title reign with this drizzling pile of turds. No, it like I love night one. I told Charles Richardson, a friend of both you and I.
Yes.
In a chat him and I had, I think I told him I gave it a 6.5 or a 7. Night one. Night two, I think I gave a 3. With the only saving grace being Dominic Mysterio becoming the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Oh, that was great. We'll have to talk about that too. So just so we're clear though, before I give my thoughts. So you didn't like the main event? I just want to make sure I'm clear.
I did not like the night 2 main event.
The night 2 main event.
No,
okay, gotcha.
I did not.
Okay.
I knew I have no issue with the end result because I knew going into it what the end result was going to be. John Cena was going to win World Title 17.
Right.
Fine. Cool. I get it. Last year, do it, whatever. Let's get past it. But how you got there, and Travis Scott getting involved, and it just was.
It wasn't. Well,
Cody Rhodes deserved better if he was going to drop the title.
That's fair. All right. So my thoughts, I'm going to be the contrarian here.
Ooh,
I,
lovely.
I actually liked the match. I
Well,
liked it. I liked it a lot. And I'll tell you why. And I was having trouble because it's funny too, because even as I'm watching it, I remember thinking Jenny and I watched it live and I thought, a lot of people aren't going to like this match.
I fell asleep during it.
Did you really? For real?
I had to go back and rewatch
Oh, wow. So
Yeah, I fell asleep.
I was enjoying the match. It was about what I expected in terms of pacing. I thought Cena looked okay in there. A little slower than he used to be, but his work rate was never great. But I was having trouble in the moment watching the match. I wasn't even sure exactly what it was about it I was so into, but I just was enjoying it. Then I was listening to so Stevie Richards, his podcast, which I listen to often. He also liked the match, and he said something that kind of helped sort of solidify in my mind how best to articulate. So I'm going to kind of say what he said, but then I realized as I heard him saying this, I connected with what he was saying, and I was like, that's why I liked the match. He said, yeah, basically the match was slow and whatnot, but it was the point of the pacing of the match, not just that John Cena. I mean, he's 47 years old and, he's not 27 or 37. So there's
And
that.
I want to say real quick, sorry, Matt.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's a difference between good shape and ring shape.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't think John Cena has been in ring shape since he's come back.
Right.
He's got the Hollywood look, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
But you're putting him in with all of these machines.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It definitely is not doing him justice.
Yeah.
Because you can definitely tell.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But so the match was slow, but what Stevie Richards pointed out was during the match, you're seeing for the first time this iteration. I say this iteration because he was a heel, 20 years ago, and then they turned him. You're seeing John Cena. This is how you're experiencing how John Cena is as a heel in 2025 and the way he behaves in the ring and what he's doing, his body language, his facial expressions, all of that. You're experiencing John Cena. So he's showing us who he is in the ring as a heel in 2025. And I really enjoyed that, watching him work as a heel against, this white meat babyface, as we say, in the main event of WrestleMania. I really enjoyed that. And I was very interested in watching. Okay, so now we know, we've seen the promos. We know the vibe of heel John Cena. What is heel John Cena like against Cody Rhodes actually in the ring? And that's what we're experiencing watching this. And I actually really enjoyed it. Doesn't mean I don't have criticisms. The Travis Scott thing was goofy, and The Rock not showing up at all was disappointing. And that's a whole other thing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I actually liked the match. I really liked the match. And I thought for what it was, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, like I said, not perfect, but I thought it was good.
Teach their own.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
I'm definitely in the minority, clearly.
you really are.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, I'm not going to say it was Giant Gonzalez versus Undertaker.
There's nothing as bad as that. Oh, my God.
Or Big Boss Man Undertaker Hell in a Cell.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a shame that two of the worst WrestleMania matches ever, one of the greatest in-ring performers and characters of all time, was involved in.
Yeah.
I mean, it just proves in pro wrestling you need two to dance.
Yeah.
And sometimes it looks good on paper, then you go into the match and the bell has to ring.
Yeah.
you gotta put boots to mat, and it
Yeah.
just does not work. I mean, I don't even think it was Macho Man Crush from WrestleMania 10.
Yeah.
Those are some of the worst WrestleMania matches, worst worked.
One other positive thing about it, at least from my perspective, because I liked the match. One other thing I will say, I did kind of like, even though it was disappointing that The Rock never came out, and the Travis Scott thing was a little weird. I did kind of like, though, that it wasn't super overbooked like last year's when Cody won the title from Roman Reigns. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, when I say overbooked, I'm not saying I minded it last year. I didn't mind it because I thought it was all really cool, everything they did. But I thought at the same time, it was a little bit of a relief that we didn't get 5 or 6 different people getting involved in the match this time in the main event. I don't want that to be a thing where every main event for the undisputed title at every WrestleMania every year, we got this whole parade of people all getting involved and multiple ref bumps. Well, we did have multiple ref bumps, didn't we? But you know what I mean? I kind of liked that it was sort of underbooked compared to last year. I don't know. I kind of appreciated that.
We have a special correspondent that has decided to join us.
Very cute. People can't see it because it's just audio, but yes, your dog is adorable. Absolutely adorable.
All right, you gotta go. We'll play later. But sorry, Rocky. You know, kind of lost my train of thought there. I loved how they worked the main event last year because it added so much to the Roman Reigns mystique.
Oh yeah, no, it was fun.
He needed he needed Taker, Jey Uso, and he needed Roman to want to extract revenge on Seth Rollins to win.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind it. You know, look,
but you know what I mean, though. I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be that every year. You know what I mean?
And as bad as I thought the match was, John Cena's heel promos have been amazing.
I love it. I love just the faces that he makes now. It's awesome.
Like, people will sit here and say, oh, he's playing such a good character. My volley to that is, are we sure he's playing?
Right.
I honestly believe this is 25 years of feelings he has had pent up inside of him.
Maybe.
And just
Finally.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, people can sit here all they want and say, oh, he's playing a character. I think that these are his true feelings, just amplified.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, we talked about it, his first heel promo, where he just came out and he's like, you will get nothing. And you're like, oh my.
Yeah. And I like the minimalism of his WrestleMania entrance.
Yup.
Where it was dark and it's just like for the graphic is his name in white on a black background. I thought that was so cool. So well done.
That was definitely like, wow.
Yeah.
He's really getting into this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just to show people, I'm not just a Major League John Cena hater.
Right.
I'm not just sitting here and being like, I hate John Cena. I'm not a fan of him as a wrestler. I think he's a great guy. I've never met him personally, but his work for Make-A-Wish and
he holds the record, right?
Yeah, being nearly scandal proof, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were some backstage things that you may never know if they actually happened or not.
Yeah.
But
Nothing
nonetheless,
major. Yeah.
yeah, nothing major. I think his biggest scandal was Total Divas
Yeah, because he
and Total Bellas.
came off like a little bit of a psycho on those shows. Like,
John
but
Cena's House Rules.
yeah, yeah. But
Like, good work.